Every music fan has these moments in life where you're listening to a new band or a new artist for the first time and it absolutely just blows your mind. One song can turn you into a lifelong fan of somebody immediately. And this is the story of 5 times that this happened to me. 5 of my favorite bands of all time: Metallica, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Alice in Chains, and Pantera. The stories of the songs that got me into these bands and fully cemented my fandom of these bands. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's hear the stories. We're going to start with Metallica, and this one is super simple. Metallica is my dad's favorite band, so I've been hearing Metallica since I was a literal infant. But there was one specific time in my life that I can remember that turned me into just as big of a fan of Metallica as he is. We were riding to church one Sunday morning, and he had Ride the Lightning in the radio of the car. All of a sudden, an acoustic guitar starts, and I hear the intro to Fade to Black. That intro solo, James's haunting vocals, something about that song clicked in that moment, and I became the biggest Metallica fan of all time, and I've never looked back. There's nothing music-wise that touches Metallica, in my opinion. I know objectively there's probably music that's better, but to me, Metallica is my favorite band and has been since that Sunday on the way to church. Next, we have Iron Maiden, and funny enough, I got into Iron Maiden through a video game. It was Guitar Hero 3. I was playing through the story mode, and when set list came up to the Number of the Beast, I was floored. I could not believe how good this song was, how cool it was, the cool spoken word intro, and then Bruce Dickinson and his power behind his vocals. And when I was sitting there playing with my little plastic guitar, I felt like the coolest kid in the world because I was Adrian Smith. And it was amazing. And I never looked back. Iron Maiden is arguably my second favorite band of all time, and they have been since Guitar Hero 3. Next, we have Megadeth. And like Metallica, I'm sure this is a band that I heard from the time I was literally born. But when it finally clicked for me was when I was on my dad's computer and I was watching the music video for Sweating Bullets. Something about the concept of that music video, Dave Mustaine going back and forth with himself and being like kind of crazy, just really stuck out to me, and I don't know why exactly, but it's kind of an off the beaten path Megadeth song as far as the structure of it. It's a lot slower than a lot of Megadeth songs, so maybe that barrier to entry was lower for me, so I understood it more, and because I was still a young kid when I got into it, but something about that lower barrier to entry of it being a simpler song got me into Megadeth, and I dove further into them as time went on, and they are now one of my favorite bands of all time. Next up is Pantera, and I remember being a little 11-year-old kid on the Toy Bowl football team, and every time we would be warming up for a game, this song would come over the loudspeakers, and it would just pump me up so much, and I would be so excited to play a football game, and it ended up getting added to the rotation of songs that we would listen to on the way to the games, because my dad realized how much I liked the song, and it was just awesome. Pantera's always been one of those bands that make you just want to punch somebody in the face, so it's an awesome song to listen to get ready for a football game. And that is my entry to Pantera, and now I love Pantera. They're one of my favorite bands as well. Finally, I have Alice in Chains, and this is a band that I was aware of when I was younger, but I just never fully got into them until I was about 16, and I had a friend that I would go to the gym with every single day after school, and he was super into Alice in Chains, and he would play Man in the Box on the way to the gym every day to the point to where it was beat into my skull. And finally, I broke in, I listened to the rest of their discography, and I regret not doing it earlier because they are also one of my favorite bands, and I love everything about the band. The harmonies between Lane and Jerry Cantrell's guitar riffs, man, it's just, they're an amazing band, and I just wish I would have got into them sooner. So there you have it. That's how I got into 5 of my favorite bands of all time. Let me know your stories down in the comments, how you got into your favorite bands, what songs got you into your favorite bands. And please like and subscribe and come back and join me on my next video. I try to do at least 2 a week, but lately I've been doing 3 or 4, so you'll have plenty of stuff to watch. And if you're just now getting into me, you have tons and tons of videos to go back and watch, and I think you'll be happy. If you like this video, you'll like the rest of them. Thanks again. Bye.